bit different today, guys. We're going to do a monthly catch-up.
Yeah, our first one. We're going to try. We may decide to go live with these if we can, in fact, suss it out too.
Yeah, we just need to do a bit of research into getting it out there live and just look at what we're doing. So hopefully we'll be able to bring these live.
Yep. So what's on the agenda?
Right, so first of all, we're going to have a little chat about what's coming up. So what we've got
the quiz
planned.
master.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a quiz. We've got a question of the month. So first up, we're going to talk about what's coming up. So what we've got planned, guys.
Well, we're out. Not saying we're yet, but we are going out very soon.
Yeah, probably next week.
Yeah, we're going out very soon.
Depending on the weather.
We've got a few things planned, haven't we?
Yes, so we've got
I think we might go back to one place that we have been to as well.
Yeah, we're going to do a return visit somewhere.
And that'll be a first for me with you. So it'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got quite a bit planned.
Yeah, and we've got a return visit. We're hoping to get out to a witch's grave maybe at one point.
Yeah, that'd be
do
good.
A bit of just a little mini explore.
So you can see me going flying over mud and everything because I'm not good at walking in wet mud.
So yeah, we've got quite a few things planned, guys. Plus the monthly catch-ups we're going to do, which is just a monthly chat with you.
Yeah, we're going to try and do one every month, do some subject for them.
Yep, so if you do have any questions or any topic you'd like us to discuss, pop it in the comments below and we'll get your feedback then and we can have a look at it.
And hopefully we can answer your questions.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Right, so should we get started, guys?
Yeah,
so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to introduce ourselves to what got us into the paranormal. So who would like to go first?
I think you should.
Yeah, you, Rebecca.
Okay then. So basically, I was into the paranormal for a long time. So maybe from the earliest memory, probably about 6 or 7, I started experiencing having some paranormal experiences. I've seen things, heard things, and you can vouch for that, can't you, Mum? So from a young age, really, I've had a lot of paranormal experiences, which I was quite scared of it at one point. And then as I've got older, I've decided to delve into it a bit more. And then when I got from about 18, I saw my first full body apparition, and then I saw another further 2 as the years have gone on. So yeah, I'm definitely a believer, just because of what I've seen. So yeah, that's really what sparked my interest in the paranormal.
You go next.
So as I was growing up, I used to be able to look at people and know stuff about them. And I used to think they're all weirdo as a child. But as I got into my late teens, when you go to pubs and everything, I used to be out with my friends and that. I used to like hear certain things, and I was like, I'm hearing stuff, and I'd be looking over my shoulder and everything. And I actually used to go up to people and say, oh, such and such a body's been asking about you, and it'd just come out of my mouth, and I wouldn't know what I was saying. Like, and they go, you're a stranger to me, you don't know me. And I go, oh, I'm sorry, it's just come to me. And they went, but you know my mum and dad or something. And I used to have to try to get myself out of it. A few scraps as well. Like, and then I just went really quiet, didn't bother. I used to play with my angel cards a lot. I've always done that for years and years and years and years. Then I moved back to Bolton and started going to a spiritualist church where I had a very, very good, what can I say, a mentor. She was absolutely amazing, and she brought it out to me more. And then I had another mentor, male, and I was shocked and surprised how much I was picking up. I can hear things, I can see things in my mind's eye. I do get touches and things like that, and you think to yourself, I'm imagining that. No, my motto is it does come from somewhere. They want you to know, like, you get a lot of people asking you straight away as soon as they find out what you do, or can you do me a reading, this, that and that. My personal opinion is I always lock myself off. I only open myself up when I'm doing an investigation or I'm actually doing a personal reading. And then I met you lot in spirit, because I lost contact with Yvonne for quite a few years because I moved away, and then we went to a spiritualist church and you were there, and we went on a few ghost hunts together previous, haven't we?
Yeah.
With other groups and that lot. I weren't so struck on them because you couldn't do your own thing, you had to follow what they said, probably because of insurance purposes, but with this group it's ideal. We actually get to do what we want to do, what we need to do to show that, me personally, there is life after death.
Yeah, oh, that's really good, that's nice. So you're definitely 100% believer.
I am 100%. A weird thing happened to me this morning, Yvonne, I was going to tell you, and I tried to put buffing on, but I'll see if it's there tomorrow. But I actually thought I saw my name inscribed, scratched in the floor as I was buffing this morning. And I buffed over it about 6 times, it did disappear, but then I got distracted with something else, but I'll show you if I remember tomorrow.
Well, as you all probably know, about I started off very skeptic, so I'm on the fence. I have, yeah. So as everybody knows, I'm a bit skeptic, but I'm on the fence. Answer. I think there is something there, but what got me into this is, like as Rebecca said, as she was growing up, she was always talking to somebody behind couch, little things that she was saying. I've always been with reading up tarot cards. I've always liked reading tarot cards. And then I think my main turning point was when my dad died, and when my dad passed, and the song that we played at his funeral, what we changed the lyrics to. Now, it was a Robbie Williams song, and it was in the car, the CD. But I could be driving along, and it was like number 10 on track or something, and it had randomly just come on.
So you'd think of your dad straight away. So that is a sign.
So that song would randomly. I could be listening to radio and it'll just switch. It just switched to that song.
So that's your dad saying, I'm here with you.
Yeah, so I think that, and then we went on to have spiritual awareness classes, and you just came as well, didn't you? Yeah. And then, so I do think there is, but then I'm like, I'm always looking for an excuse why something else could have happened.
Do you never think to yourself, always, why am I getting these thoughts?
Yeah, because I get thoughts. I don't see anything. I've never seen an apparition.
Yeah, I've never.
I've seen like a shadow, what I think is a shadow, like someone's gone past me. But then I think it's just me, still, a stupid finger. I've probably thought I've heard things, but not clear enough to say I definitely,
you can distinguish.
I think I've heard things. But then things, I do get a lot of dreams or dream things.
Yeah, because you've said it to me once about some of what it actually did happen a good couple of weeks after. Like,
and then things pop in my head, but I've never, sometimes I say it and so it's relevant, do you know what I mean? But, so we'll see. We'll see.
I think you definitely
on fence.
Becoming less skeptic.
Yeah, becoming less.
As you're doing this, do you feel like you?
Yeah, because there's some things that I've not been able to explain. There are other little things, but I can't explain them. But
which is maybe maybe there is.
Maybe
it's like that's why I lock myself off, because if you're open all the time, to me personally, it'll be like a radio station. You constantly hear things and you'll be trying to figure it out. And also as well, a good thing is what you've just mentioned, like when you told me something, a lot of people think, oh, she's overthought it because she's been told by someone. And you do, your mind does actually trigger a thing in where, say like I said, oh Rebecca, just watch that step as you're walking out. Because I might have had a vision in my head that are tripping over it, but because I've said it to Rebecca, she's going to overthink it, and it will happen. So we never really say it like that, do we?
No.
That's one mistake I made when I was younger.
Smells as well, we can get a few smells. Sometimes like I smell them.
Yeah, there's certain things. I mean, you get a lot of put on you as well, don't you? When we've done the ghost hunts, I've noticed.
Yeah, I feel like I pick up a lot of emotions as well, you know, like
empathy, you aren't you?
Yeah. So I feel like emotions to me, and hearing things as well. I never forget when I heard my nan, well, your mum, when she passed, and it was almost like, I don't know if you get this, Denise, but it was almost like there was like a background noise. I was thinking about something else.
Yeah, but you just heard it like in the distance.
In the distance, yeah.
And you second question it.
Yeah.
If you keep second questioning it, it'll stay in the distance. But just ask. Me personally, when I hear anything like that, I just say, "Can you repeat that?" In my head, I say it to myself. Can you just repeat that and come a bit closer? I can't, and I can actually hear what they say.
Oh, right.
So
I think I said I've not had a clear one, but after you just brought it back to me, I have when I've been asleep and I've been walking up to my mum shouting me clear as day.
Yeah. So that
dad shouting me clear as day, shouting my name.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
But the ghost hunts, I'm finding. I mean, the last one we did with the, I don't know what you call it. Where I went in that room.
Oh,
so I didn't actually see the full video, but when I saw bits and bats as they were putting it together, these ladies do all that, by the way, and I just couldn't connect to it. Why are they asking that? And then they're going to me, but when you actually saw the full thing, I was absolutely gobsmacked.
Right. It were good.
It's one of our best.
We have had some good Estes, but
that's got to be one of the best.
So I think maybe when you know another time we could do a double one.
Double.
Yeah, 2 people doing it and somebody. Yeah.
Because that'd be cute. I'd be curious whether we'd say similar things.
I think you two should do it because you two seem to do really well with it.
Yeah, but we could do that with a guest as well. We could actually ask some guests eventually if it come with us, because there's only 3 of us now.
Yeah, but like I said, we've got a few things come up.
Yeah, we definitely have.
We've got lots of exciting investigations coming up.
Yeah, and
maybe, you know, might just have an apparition right in front of me and then I'll definitely believe.
Or there's also as well, if we ever do decide to go live, we would love your comments to see if you can see anything or you can hear anything while you're watching us. We're working on that, going live. We're not 100% sure if we do it yet, but I think that would be very good. We'd love your feedback on it.
Short live on next one, try it. See how it goes.
If you would like us to do a mini live, just drop it in the comments below.
I mean, obviously we're not doing a full live because I like getting
just a mini one,
But just like, you know, say we're doing like
half an hour mini.
Because you might see an orb what we've completely missed, or you might hear something
that we've not.
What we can't hear until we go through all the recordings again. And
saying that's one thing I think we get a lot of EVPs.
Yes, we do.
Now, I don't know whether it's because we've all been opened up. We've done
we've had a lot of comments about EVPs.
So maybe because all 3 of us have been get open, maybe that's why we get it.
I must say, guys, we always do a protection prayer before we go in, and we also thank them after we close down. We don't just go in and think, oh, we're ghost hunters. No, we're very serious over that part, because obviously we've all known through spiritualism that we have to protect ourselves, because you can get attachment, which maybe
I think I have. But you know what? It's not doing me any harm, and I don't think it's anything nasty.
If you start feeling like it's something negative,
if I think it's something negative, then I would say to thingy. But I feel it's a child.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And a lot of questions we get asked as well. I've had it a few times. I don't know if you two have. Is there an evil spirit? Is there a good spirit? What's your opinions on that?
Well, mine is. I think there were evil people out there, weren't there? There is evil people out there. Evil people that there still is now. Horrible people, you know. So they could possibly, if they were that kind of person in the
That's what I think.
Maybe they'll go.
I think they've not passed over properly, and they have some kind of control in their sick mind when they're on the earth plane, and they think they've still got that control. It's like when they say poltergeist and things like that. Now I'm a bit like this about the poltergeist, because sometimes I think it's a spirit trying to get somebody's attention, and they get so frustrated. That's when they start throwing things and that. When they physically attack you, that's a different kind of poltergeist.
Do you reckon that could be when you get these cults and they summon demonic things?
Yeah, because there is something there.
But there is evil and there is good,
Well, I got
good and
burnt
evil, isn't
once,
there?
didn't I, like that?
You got what?
Burnt once on
Did you?
investigation, yeah.
So to me,
But I
that
felt
me
it.
is like that's an evil person what's been on the earth plane, and they used to do things like that to get a reaction out of people.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
all
it,
they did.
it soon went, but it was like I felt the burning, and then there was like a mark on my arm.
Wow.
So I think things like that, like Denise said, it's somebody who could have been a horrible person on the
Yeah,
airplane,
I
or
agree. It could just
it's been summoned,
Yeah.
you know.
Because
something that's been
I always
summoned.
get asked that, as soon as they know what we do, like they say, oh God, is there a poltergeist, do you believe in the devil and this, that.
There's some, you know,
My
some
personal
people-
opinion is I don't believe in the devil and I don't believe in a God. There can't be just one person who created all this. That is going, in my personal opinion, like I said, there is evil people on the earth plane now, there is evil people in spirit world what haven't gone through the light. I'm positive about that. I may be wrong, so I might just prove me wrong. I'm here if you want to prove me wrong.
Well, everyone's got an opinion, haven't they?
Everyone's got their
So,
own
you know,
opinion,
we've all
yeah.
got our own opinions, and we will definitely be exploring these topics further. You know, like, we definitely look at these in some more detail. Definitely. So that brings us to the question of the
Can I
month.
just ask you, you keep saying on some of your things you have a calling card. How do you know that is your calling card?
That's from our spiritual awareness classes that we did. So I know I do keep saying that, but when we did our spiritual awareness and development classes, we got taught how to find your calling card. So basically,
See,
what?
mine changed. No, I've had all different experiences with that.
Yeah,
So do you want to explain what a calling card is,
go on,
Denise?
carry on.
you do
Are
it.
you sure? Right, so basically your calling card is when you're communicating with spirit and you sense that spirit's coming to the room, am I right? So that's your kind of like, so everyone has a different calling card. So I don't know about you, but mine's like a tingling sensation, like electricity running through me. It's like pins and needles. And that's when I feel that something might be coming forward. What's yours?
So when I first started going to these classes, I just assumed everybody were there because I see spirit as sparkling dust all around us, no matter what. But I used to get a stroke on my face here. But after a couple of years that actually went, and now I can sense straight away when a male or a female's in the room. The female always come on my left hand side and male always come on my right hand side, and I know it's male or female because I always feel heavy on my right hand side, so I know that's a male because males are always bigger than women, apparently. But like just recently, like the last one I went to, I just got flushed, but I knew I weren't flushed. I felt hot, a proper hot temperature straight away, and I thought that's a different calling sign of that.
I've never had to. Maybe like one woman like my hands used to itch.
Right,
I used to get itchy hands. Remember,
Right.
my hands always itched, and then that's gone. And then it was like
It can change.
sensation on my neck, like someone's, you know, like a finger, different feeling on my neck, me ear. But then, you know, it just changes, man. It's
Yeah,
really
that's what I
weird.
said. The last ghost hunt we did, Ghost Watcher, I got a burning, like, as though I were having, how can I call it? You know, when you're having a hot flush and you do actually go red in the face and sweat it. I felt it internally, and like it was really weird sensation. Like,
I mean, yours is
Mine's always been the same.
but I
Yeah.
have experienced different ones.
yeah.
So,
Oh, thanks for bringing that up, Denise. Yeah, it's a good one because we do say it a lot and people might not know.
Might question it,
Yeah, what are we talking about? Right, so question of the month. So I've selected the question of the month, but if you want to put any suggestions in the comments, please feel free to do that because we're all for any feedback or suggestions. So what is the witching hour? So with Halloween around the corner,
I'll go first.
what is the witching
Now,
hour?
we can discuss this together. I think, personally, the witching hour is supposed to be 3 till 4, but saying that, I do think, during the day, spirits are here, day and night, no
That's
matter
just-
what, they're here.
Yeah, it's like when people
There's
say
no
to you, why
time.
do you go on a ghost hunt at night? It's just to make people more scary, but
Yeah, it's
they're
that
around
feeling,
you all
isn't
the
it? It
time,
just gives you
innit?
more jumpy and more
Yeah.
jittery.
So
But
what
so
about
they're
witching
here
hour?
all the time. But I do put, with experience, I don't know whether you guys have noticed it, you've noticed it. So you're on a ghost hunt, you're getting things, but when 12 o'clock comes, I feel the
Yes.
energy starts to
It gets really built up, doesn't it?
Up.
Yeah.
But then going back to the 3 o'clock, which is supposed to be the witching hour, what some people believe, but I do feel like a lot of times if I wake up at night, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know,
or 3 minutes past 3.
Yeah, just gone 3. Yeah.
That brings me on to something in a minute about you saying that. But the origins of the witching hour is believed to date back to 1535, when the Catholic Church prohibited activities during this time because of rising concerns of witchcraft. So that's how far back it goes. I know, it's a bit weird. But that brings me to the next bit, which actually at this time we actually go in, most of us are in REM. So we're in our deep sleep, and that's where you often get sleep paralysis, nightmares, you get night terrors, you know, all them kind of things go on during that time. So whether, you know, so if you woke up at 3 o'clock, you might already feel a bit like, you know.
We'll discuss that sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis,
on another time, because I've had an experience.
Yeah, everyone else, you have had an experience.
Well, there's a lot of people.
I wonder what time was that then?
It was after 3 o'clock, because it was after 3. Yeah.
So that goes with the.
Because a lot of people think it's 12 o'clock, don't they? 1 minute past midnight.
Some people believe it's 12
I
till
believe
1. Some
the energy starts to rise from 12. They're all the time.
12, I'd say, well, if that's the case, 12 hour 3, because like
I just feel
it's
like
weird how a lot, and I mean a lot of people wake up just after 3, or it's me personally, it's always 3 or 3. I don't know why.
One of my others, my alarm used to go off every night. I've just gone through.
You set it for 3, or did it just go
not
off?
my alarm, my house alarm.
Oh,
and when I moved out and I
that's
spoke
weird,
to the people, they said it still happened. And it were always after 3.
So
that was a haunted house, by the way.
And they saw the same. They described a person that has been seen in that house.
I saw a lady in that house.
That's the one they described.
So if you want to tell us what you think about witching hour and what time you think it is, please put it on the comments, or if you've woke up at certain times, or it's a constant thing with you.
I think the veil's like they're at the strongest at 3, between 3.
Well, that's what the witching hour is. So I looked at different definitions of the witching hour, and it's when the veil between life and death is finished. So yeah, so that's right. And then some people say it's associated with supernatural events, or some people say that spirits, ghosts, demons, witches gain power from this time. It's when they're at the most powerful. Whether these are true, I'm not sure, but what do you reckon? Do we think there's a witching hour?
I think they're all the time, but I do think they get stronger. The energy seems to rise, be a bit stronger after certain.
I think more and more like you ask them to come forward and feed off their energy and things like that. I think it does happen, but I think you have to encourage it.
Yeah. So, have you noticed a stronger connection with the paranormal during this time when investigating? So, I'm not sure if you've investigated past.
Yeah, I've done
You've
done
some in the past.
Yeah, because when we sometimes like Castle Street, so we got a bit. When we did that investigation at that
Castle Street one, we didn't stay that late.
Yeah, we could only get it during the week, couldn't we? And we didn't have a late one, so we were just after 12 that we went.
Yeah.
But as 12, you not think as 12 o'clock came, the energy started to get a bit more.
Yeah, it did.
Finger.
More things were happening, and every time we turned the camera off, we stopped recording. Things do happen, so I think next time we should just leave one till we're actually leaving the building.
Yeah, usually
we leave them, don't we?
Because we switched all the lights off, didn't we, on the last one, went out, and then we started getting things, and we got camera out quick. And
so yeah, from our experience, it definitely builds up, doesn't it? Whether it is the witching hour, I
we got things before.
Yeah,
I'd say once we only went to Antwerp Mansion.
I did go there.
Going back there.
Oh, you'd love that.
No, that were energy with everything were happening, but then
but once we were leaving,
we could have stayed there all day, couldn't we?
That's when we heard like things scuttling up the stairs.
I do feel like I said it's their old time. I mean, they could like even this time.
But we don't even get an EVP now while we're filming this.
I have felt like once you get to that time, it can get a bit more.
Yeah, like the energy builds
Have you
up.
ever been asked a question as well? I know I'm going off the witch now. Are you scared doing the ghost watching? You know, when you're going in a building.
No, I'm more scared of living than dead.
You've said that a few
Yeah,
times. What
I
are
am.
you, Rebecca?
Yeah.
I used to, but I feel like now I've become, doing this has made me braver and more confident, and because we've seen all sorts happening, haven't we? We've seen things moving and things like that, so it just, you kind of like get used to it. It doesn't become as scary. It's like your brain just
I must admit,
I'm more scared of being on the outdoor
You
ones
seem quite brave, Denise.
well, my very first ghost hunt I ever did, I did it with a group, and I think it was somewhere in Wigan, and I must admit my hair was jumping out of my chest. I was shitting myself. But shit me whackers. But I think what it was is because I'd been speaking to a couple of people what were going on it that day. During the day, I'd built myself up and built myself up and built myself up, and I'm thinking, oh my god, what's going to happen? And a little bang, and I was screaming and set everybody off.
Can't imagine
and
that.
I think that's what a lot of it is because when you go on these, my first one I did, oh my god, I really shit myself. Shit me whackers.
You come across as being quite brave.
Like no, nothing bothers me.
The more you do, the better you get. You know you're not going to get things.
I believe my personal opinion is spirits around you 24/7. You can actually. So I went to one class, I'm just going off the route now, and this woman said, oh, I can ask Michael Jackson to come and speak to me and this, that and other, and I just went, bullshit. I said, because why would Michael Jackson come to you when he's got a loving family, you know? When we actually go into a building where the spirits are, I do believe that's when they come forward, even to us as strangers. But when somebody's sat there in front of you going, I can get Michael Jackson, no, me personally, bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think.
Look, I think you can get loved ones to come to you if you really want them to. And there is a thing where loved ones will not come forward because they know how upset it's going to be for that person. This is why I like ghost hunting, because it's people we don't know at all, and they're still coming to us.
I like finding the history of the place and hearing everybody's stories.
But staying on that scared thingy, but what I'm saying is, right, we've gone and ghost. I might feel different, right, if we was on an investigation, right, and a church started, something like that happened, I probably would shit
I'd actually first thing
I'd
I'd
love
see
to
is,
see
right,
that.
who's doing that, who's prattling about with that, and then like, if I walked up to it and did all this round it,
You see some of these
Right,
things thrown at them all the time, and it's
Well,
not.
we've had
I
storms.
did it, didn't I?
What
Did we have in
storms,
that
Rob?
thing
We
where
had
I got
storms.
pushed over that table? Where was that? Was that?
Oh,
It was Newsham
Newsham,
Park.
we were on a table and
'cause
I physically felt something and it actually pushed me onto the
That
table
was
and we
quite
all
scary.
screamed.
We was ready for running then.
Because we weren't expecting
So things
that.
like,
We need more of that
can't scare
kind
you,
of
but
stuff.
Yeah.
so we do get scared.
I mean, I know I'm great.
No, we do get scared now and again, don't
If
we?
you look
So-
at our videos from when we first started, you'll see the progression that I've
I've looked at them. So I'm new to the group and I've been watching them
It's like you've always been a part of the team, didn't you?
I know,
yeah.
I have, but I've not come on any actual things with you because like of my jobs basically.
We used to do it before, like you have the Newsham together and things like
But
that.
if you do see your first one and go through them, you'd be amazed how much you have improved on everything, how you've come across to people, how confident you've come as well.
Yeah, it's definitely been a big learning curve. We're getting better. So
You could do with try to sort it out from day one and going down, how you do it'd be a lot for do, wouldn't it? But you can see the confidence growing in
We've
you
had
all.
some fun.
Yeah.
Please
And you
do
shit
follow
your
our
knackers sometimes.
journey. Follow our paranormal journey and watch us to continue to improve.
Yeah, definitely improve.
Right, so I was going to just mention that Halloween night. Now, some say, because it is coming up to Halloween, people say that the world of the living and the dead becomes blurred on Halloween night. What's your thoughts on this?
I think it's the night before because they call it the witching night, the night before, and I've heard that for years. And if you actually research it,
I thought
it's always the night before because that's when the kids used to go out and do naughty things, like i.e. throw apples at people and eggs at doors and that lot. They always used to do it the night before. I know I grew up with that, but when you look into history, it does happen. And the treat is the following night when the kids get all the sweets, all the candy and everything. It's the night before, because that's when kids are little. Someone says pleasant.
Right. So now to finish off our monthly little catch up, because it's Halloween, I thought we'd do a bit of a fun quiz.
Do you know what? I left school ages ago.
Yes, Rebecca.
Teachering me. Right, so I know the answers, so I can't do this.
Answers aren't there, are they?
No.
I've read them already.
So we discuss them together, didn't
If
we?
you don't know the answer, you can pass. But so, first question: name the author who created the series of books Goosebumps. You can play along with us as well at home.
Reading blind. That's all I can think of.
It's a male, I think, isn't it?
See, I'm a bookworm, so I knew this one anyway.
Well, I know the new Goosebump films on, but I wouldn't
don't
have a
know.
clue. I've never read them and I've never watched
I
the
know it's a
films.
male, but I can't.
R.L. Stein, that's the answer.
A what? I won't even know.
I used to love Goosebumps. Right,
I know you did.
question
My daughter does
2.
that.
How many witches appear in Shakespeare's Macbeth?
I think it's 3.
It is free.
Is it?
Yeah.
For some reason, I got it stuck in my head 3
It is,
straight
yeah,
away.
it's free.
You're correct.
Because I did Macbeth at school as well, and I remember reading about witch, and I thought, oh, this is interesting, and then it got boring.
Well done, you got it right. Right, the next one is name the 3 witches in Hocus Pocus.
Winifred.
I haven't got a clue, and I am obsessed with the film, and I still don't know.
Come on, guess. Winifred. Sarah.
I haven't got a clue.
Mary.
Mary, yeah, you're right. It's Winifred, Sarah, and Mary.
I just
Right.
right. Sisters.
Next
That's what she should
question.
be. The 3 witches.
Yeah.
I think you'll get this
One
one.
bitches. Means slick.
The Arches.
What horror series from Netflix is set in the fictional town of Hawkins?
Stranger Things.
Yes.
Obviously.
I'm
I
going
know.
to give you one. In which 1982 horror film did Carol Ann start talking to the television set?
Guys.
And she actually died quite young, and they
Yeah.
do say a lot of the casting dead now because something did attach to them all. If you read into that, they all.
I have heard some of them, but
Yeah, but if you
young
read
then, so I'm
into
not
it, a lot of them, and they do say it's because of that they did awaken something. So,
It was actually before I was born.
and you know the Indian tribe man what come into the film, he actually knows that land, and he said it's an actual sacred land.
Yeah.
They actually brought him in, even though he's part of the film. He was a 100% true Indian. You know, where they all dress up and everything, yeah. And he knew quite a lot about the land.
That's interesting. Thanks for that, Denise. Right, the final question.
Oh.
Halloween is also known as All Hallows Eve, but what is another name for Hallows? If you want to pass,
Hallow
you
be
can
thy
pass.
name.
It is actually Saints. That's the other name for it.
So I said, "Hallowed be thy name." That's part of a prayer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, never.
Right, well done to you both. You both did really well, so well done. To finish off, a quick Halloween, this or that. So
What?
this or that. So we'll go from, so we start with you, Mum, and so you tell us which one. So the first one is witches or vampires?
Witches.
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 Trick or treat?
Trick.
Treat.
I'm not borderline because I like doing tricks and I like giving them a treat
Trick.
as well.
Trick.
Because if I scare them too much, I feel guilty then. I have to give them a treat.
So next one, skeletons or zombies?
Skeletons.
Zombies.
Skeletons.
Bats or black cats?
Black cats.
Black cats.
Black cats, yeah.
Pumpkin spice or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
I even need to think about that one. Halloween party or scary movie?
Oh, that's an hard one, that. I like a party, but I also like a good scary movie.
I love a scary movie.
I'm in between with that one because I like both.
Go on, yeah, choose one.
Scary movie.
I like both, but I'm going to go for Halloween Party.
I'll go definitely for Scary Movie because Halloween Party you always have to clean up after it.
Oh, that's true. Graveyard or haunted house?
Haunted house.
Haunted house. Don't even have to think about that.
I don't know because I've never ever done a graveyard, so
we'll have to do one.
Well, go to that witches one now.
when we do the witch one I can give you my opinion then.
Yeah.
But graveyards don't bother me at least, but haunted house I've done quite a few, you see, and can I leave that for the time being?
Yeah, go on then, we'll let you pass that one. Ghosts or demons? Which one would you prefer? Ghost. Well,
yeah. Spirit, yeah.
Haunted asylum or a haunted prison?
Oh.
Haunted asylum.
Haunted asylum.
Haunted asylum because I think we'd get more activity.
I think there'd be a lot more
Well, no,
emotion.
because there'd be more emotions there, and you know,
Saying that, yeah.
Prison they could be, you know.
Wonder what they're in prison for. So yeah.
The next two are movies, so The Conjuring or Slender Man.
Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
It'd have to be Conjuring because I've never watched Slender Man.
No.
Beetlejuice or Ghostbusters?
This is an hard one.
No,
You
it's not
can't
for me,
do
it's not for
that.
me.
You can't do that. I like them both.
I like them both, but you've got to choose one.
Gotta pick one.
Just choose one.
Beetlejuice.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, definitely. Hey, Ghostbusters.
Right, so that is our this or that. Just gives people a bit
That
of...
was good, that actually, yeah.
We'll have to do that again if you want to do another one.
Yeah.
So that is everything really. It's pretty much our chat wrapped up. Would you like to nominate one of us to do a lone visual? If you would, please put it in the
Excuse me, you've not discussed this with us.
You just said no.
Why do a lone visual?
I'll just say Rebecca's feeling very
We've had
brave
a
because
few
she's just done it on her
requests
own.
for you to do a lone visual, so you know you need to do one.
Okay.
So if you want to nominate one of us to do a lone visual challenge, put it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment any suggestions for our next monthly catch up. It's been fun, hasn't it?
And also as well, if you feel as though even we could investigate somewhere you'd want us to investigate, we'd look into it, and it'd be nice to know. Obviously I think of travelling.
Not too far, but yeah.
We have got
But we will try and do some further afield eventually, but they just require a bit more planning.
Yeah. Well, we've got we never research anything before we go in, never ever.
Probably data build over the age of the building.
Because you have to do that bit of talk, Rebecca.
Yeah, we only do. So basically, what I do is I just do a very brief research, not even touching the sides of it, and then afterwards then I do the proper research that goes into it, because we like to go in with an open mind. So that's why if we do get names wrong or we say the wrong date, that's just because we haven't really researched it, but we do afterwards.
It's nice though. I mean, the last one went into I didn't even want to know where it were or anything, and these lovely ladies took me, and I were amazed what I picked up because I didn't know. And I think at one point, couldn't think of it, halfway through the night, I think I asked you, Rebecca, is there a woods round here? I hadn't even seen it when we drove in.
Yeah, it was pitch
so
black.
That's how Olivia similar to it.
I couldn't see anything when we drove in, because he was building. I couldn't see that.
This is Cranage Village Hall. So if you haven't watched the episode,
please watch it.
Please do watch. It's a part 1 and 2. And
we've got plenty more videos on, so if you want to scroll down and go through them, and you can see then how these two ladies have moved up.
Started, we have been doing it a long time, but this is when we first started recording it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Our findings.
And Denise, I have to say, you very much, it's like you've always been here, so...
I give you 2 penneth worth.
She's a definite fit for the team anyway, and I hope you're enjoying yourself. And
yeah. I've not got the moves like this. That's what we are. Ghostbusters.
Thanks for watching. Bye.